I think what people probably don't know is that there are an estimated 500,000 people in immigration detention in this country. It's actually the most rapidly expanding detention system in the United States. So it's surpassing the general criminal justice prison population in terms of the rapid rate of expansion. It's costing taxpayers between $1.7 and $1.8 billion. And these folks who are in immigration detention are not convicted, being in the country, they're not actually charged with being in the country unlawfully, so this is a civil violation that they are being detained for. So, you have to realize that all of the due process and constitutional safeguards that people have in the criminal justice system, people who are detained in immigration detention facilities don't have those due process safeguards. In other words, no government appointed right to counsel, no Fifth Amendment right to remain silent for the most part. There are some exceptions depending on where in the process a person is, but certainly no government appointed right to counsel. And so when you think about that type of system that we have, people don't talk about it. People don't really write about it. We're seeing more press now in the mainstream media, but I think from the blogosphere, when you think about the progressive movement and you think about civil rights, 40 years ago, if we had 500,000 people in detention without government-appointed lawyers, I think people would be screaming and yelling. And today it's happening, and we don't have a lot of backing from progressive media. So one of the things that we really try to do is raise public awareness and educate lawmakers. And frankly, even members of Congress don't know some of these statistics and are surprised to find out what's going on. So, these are the types of issues that we're wrestling with. And, just in terms of messaging, I know that's always really, really hard to deal with, but, it's tried and true. Things like accountability. Why is the government spending $1.7, $1.8 billion a year on detention when there are cheaper and proven effective alternatives? So it's that notion of accountability, and we have broken programs that need to be addressed, especially while we're dealing with an economic crisis. And then, of course, very simply, American values. It's completely in contravention of our value system to have people in detention without lawyers, far from their homes, sometimes for months, even years. People just languish in detention because they fall through the cracks. And so we really, I think, have to start to hone in on those notions of American values and get back to the struggle that we had with the civil rights movement and recognize that people may not be citizens of this country, but they have civil rights, and we, as their neighbors, should stand up and fight with them.